Hi, real estate lovers. I'm Chris Ribaudo. Welcome to my channel where we discuss all things real estate and local happenings right here in Southwest Florida. Breaking news, the Florida real estate market has officially entered into a buyer's market for the first time in over 4 years. Let's give a round of applause for our buyers out there. You have been neglected and sidelined for far too long, and I feel it is your time to shine. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my real estate cost saving tips specifically designed for the mortgage buyer who is on a tight budget trying to navigate the beast that is the Florida real estate market. But first, how did Florida enter a buyer's market? I hear from many saying, Chris, but I thought Florida real estate was going gangbusters. Well, you're correct, but markets are fluid and change continually. We are currently in a corrective market here in Florida, and I talk to other agents in other parts of the country regularly, and they still have quite low inventory. If you look at this graph here, Florida inventory has skyrocketed in comparison to the rest of the country, and I mainly attribute the surplus of inventory to the overall rising cost of maintaining a home here in Florida, paired with some COVID regret from actually moving here. COVID was certainly some wild times, and reality has set in. And I think the fog has lifted with many home buyers. So, with that said, let's get right into my cost saving tips for potential home buyers. Tip number one, new construction has lower fixed costs. So, what do I mean by that? Fixed costs are expenses that must be paid on a regular basis. So, along with your mortgage, as a homeowner, you will likely incur costs such as homeowners insurance and possible HOA fees. In Florida, these fixed costs have increased considerably in the last several years, and not accounting for these costs can really sink a home buyer. It can be very nerve-wracking, especially for those that have a strict monthly spend. So new construction can alleviate a lot of those issues homeowners are facing in Florida. New construction can save you upwards of 50% on insurance premiums over a home that is, say, 15 to 30 years old. Just for an example, I just had a client who purchased a beautiful brand new home, 3,000 square foot house in Naples for just over $1 million. And they're paying around $2,000 a year for their insurance premium. And just so you know, that's a very good deal for Florida. But a similar house that is, say, a 30-year-old house, you'll most likely pay double, if not more than that. Also, to take into consideration, new HOA communities generally have lower HOA fees and most likely don't have special assessments. A special assessment, that's a very important term here in Florida, is when an HOA board assesses each homeowner in the community a certain sum of money for a specific reason. In Florida, we are seeing many special assessments that are paying for necessary updates and higher insurance premiums, mostly associated with the recent slew of hurricanes we've had in recent years. Tip number two, finance with the builder. Another great way for buyers to save is to finance their home with the builder. We have several large-scale builders in the state that all have amazing reputations. And in a buyer's market, builders will generally offer buyer incentives such as a lower than market interest rate. They'll provide cash credits towards closing costs, or perhaps upgrades at no cost. And since we are in such a strong buyer's market, be on the lookout for builders to give even more concessions. And remember, ask for it. These builders want to get rid of their inventory, and you're helping them, they help you. So it's a win-win. Tip number three, check the flood zone. I can't say this enough. Check the flood zone of the property that you are interested in. If you are obtaining a mortgage and your home is in a flood zone, the lender will require you to purchase flood insurance. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Flood insurance, especially in Florida, is ridiculously expensive and can put people financially underwater. No pun intended. No pun intended. I'm talking between, say, on a low end, $5,000 to upwards of over $30,000 a year, folks, just to have flood insurance. And with the recent recategorization of flood zones by FEMA, many homeowners are having to sell because they cannot afford the costs associated with maintaining their property. So please, 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 please check the FEMA map or have your realtor do it for you. If they're a good realtor, they definitely will. Our final tip is just do your due diligence. As always, investigate and research the property that you would like to put an offer in. The good thing about buyer's market is you generally have the time to carefully make a decision that is best for you and your family. Remember to get quotes on insurance, review all HOA documents. Yes, those documents are meaningful, they are legit, they are legal. Please read them all. And negotiate the terms of the offer with your seller. Remember, again, you have the leverage in a buyer's market, so use it. I still say Florida is a great investment, and Americans agree. The numbers speak for themselves. We are still the fastest growing state in America for a reason. Florida is working through some growing pains for sure, especially, as you know, with homeowners insurance and general rising costs. But Florida has a solid economic foundation of freedom of opportunity for all that is really unmatched by most states. And again, thank you so much for watching my channel. Please subscribe. It really helps me when you do that. And if you have any Florida real estate questions, or you're looking to move to the area or sell or buy a home in Southwest Florida, give me a shout out. I love to work with you and hear from you. Chris, out.